It's your boy QuestX coming back at you once again. Listen, this is going to be a little quick disclaimer on this video. I told you guys in my prior videos, the only fight that I'm going to be discussing from now until it happens is the Sergey Kovalev versus Andre SOG Ward, okay? If you don't like that fact, I suggest you stop the video now. If you are okay with that, if you just want to hear my thoughts, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. So, back to John David Jackson's whack ass. I'm going to leave the article in the description below, boxingscene.com. He basically is saying that Andre Ward's chin will not hold up 12 rounds to Sergey Kovalev. Listen, I've been watching boxing for a very long time. You know, to the layman, he says something like that. You've seen Kovalev's fights. You're going to automatically sit there and say, well, yeah, he's right. It's only an inevitability that Andre Ward is going to get knocked out. Hold up. Pump the brakes real quick. This narrative happens over and over and over in boxing. Whenever they get a boxer, a pure boxer, a purist, a boxing purist in the ring with somebody who is a power puncher, you will hear when it comes to selling a fight or trying to promote a fight, they'll say that the power puncher is in the power position, when in actuality he is not. He is actually at a disadvantage. Okay? I've seen this happen throughout the many years of boxing, and if you want to research it in history, actually the greater percentage of losers that come out of that type of a fight is the power puncher. Let me break it down why. You can be as strong as an ox, but if a fighter doesn't give you, if he doesn't give you the opportunity, or he doesn't give you the distance, the adequate distance to use that power, it becomes neutralized. Now, if you have an all-around decent boxer who has a greater number of skills, and he can apply those skills when he needs to, and he does it effortlessly, you're in for a world of trouble. But see, this is what guys like John David Jackson, guys like, you know, in other trainers, in other weight divisions who are training these power punchers would like you to believe that there is no other deciding factor in a fight. Okay? It's either you can take power punches or you can't. Here's the problem. I call it the Khan syndrome. Okay, you guys remember Amir Khan? He just got flattened by Canelo Alvarez, and he been running around here acting crazy. Amir Khan's chin is horrible. But what makes it worse with Amir Khan is his boxing IQ. See, a lot of people don't get that. Amir Khan has a deficient chin, yet he tries to fight as if his chin can hold up. Excellent fighters throughout history, defensive fighters at that, understood and knew their limitations. And what they do is they go into the ring and they assess their opponent and they take away every one of his strengths. If you have a fighter standing in front of you who can take away your best weapon and makes you rely on your plan B, C game, when he himself, his whole plan A was to take away your best weapon, he's already in the power position. Guys like John David Jackson and, you know, Kathy Duva and people like that in the game who want you to sit there and sway you to make you believe that Andre Ward has no chance in hell, I'm imploring you people, go back and watch Andre Ward's fights. A lot of people want to say that Andre Ward has lost a step in his last couple of fights. I watched the Alexander Brand fight 5 times. This man did anything he wanted to do. Okay? He switched southpaw. He fought righty. He did everything he wanted to do. He was showing you the little subtle nuances of things that he can do that Kovalev cannot. I'm going to be honest with you. How do you guys see Andre Ward fighting Kovalev? Do you think he's going to give Kovalev the adequate distance to throw those power punches? I mean, on a serious tip, you watch all of Andre Ward's fights. He fights a guy with a decent jab. What does he take away? The guy's jab. If a guy fights and he's excellent at throwing the uppercut, what does he take away? The uppercut. If a guy throws decent lefts to the body, what does Ward take away? The left to the body. If he's fighting a guy who needs to come forward, what does he do? He pushes him backwards. If he fights a guy who he knows has weak inside defense, what does Andre Ward do? He goes to fight in the pocket. Do you see the variation to Andre Ward's game? Now I'm going to ask you this. Take the emotion out of the equation. Look at Sergey Kovalev's offensive game and defensive game. Can he keep up with Andre Ward's switching offense to defense? Can he keep up with Andre Ward's footwork on the inside and out? And can he fight by going backwards? I'm just keeping it real. You tell me, any opponent that has made Kovalev go backwards, this man looks horrible. Why? Because he needs extension to throw power punches. Kovalev is the type of I call him a downhill puncher. He needs to come forward, but he needs to also give himself some space. If you can confuse and disrupt that space, if you can keep a jab in front of his face all night, like Chilemba did, you're going to disrupt when Kovalev needs to set and throw those power punches. It's elementary, people. Now, I'm not trying to get down on anybody who is a Kovalev fan. This fight is good for both sides. This is the fight that will determine who is pound for pound number one. But when I look at body language, when I study these guys, how they are acting since the fight was announced, since after it has become official, when these two men were in the ring, Andre Ward is ready for business. This is not a game for him. He's got a lot riding on this because, let's be honest, his inactivity was not his fault. He was embroiled in legal battles with his promoter at the time. He had some injuries, but the man is back. And actually, I want to just take a second here, and I want you guys to look at when he was in the ring with Alexander Brand, his size. I know it had been rumored when he was fighting in the Super 6 tournament, Andre Ward, they were saying that it was taking a lot out of him to make 168. He looks naturally bigger and stronger at this weight. I do not think it's going to be that bit of a difference that people are making it out to be. Not to mention, it is rumored that Andre Ward is one of the most physically strong. We're talking about somebody you cannot bully in the ring. See, that's another thing people are not getting. Kovalev is used to being able to bully his opponents. When they feel his power, they back up. What happens if he hits Andre Ward and Andre Ward gets that dog in him and starts going on the inside, beating him up? We're going to find out, what is Kovalev made out of? You guys got to think about the little things. Think about the sneaky inside body shots that Ward throws when he's in close, making you pay. Think about the right hooks, the awkward uppercuts that he's able to throw. Think about how he's able to pivot. Think about how he's able to actually, and what I love that he did against Alexander Brand, there was a moment in the fight, I think it was around the 6th round, where he began to start seeing, he began to start calculating the data that Alexander Brand would throw punches and then jump out to the right. What did Andre Ward do? He did a little shuffle with his feet because he wanted to place Brand in the position that he wanted to so he could throw a shot. And what did he do? He started landing that punch over and over and over again. Listen, I can go on and on about this. You guys are going to listen to who you're going to listen to. But please, I implore you, please do not listen to these fucking fools who are just trying to sell the casuals on that Kovalev, his hands are dynamite, and the moment that he steps in the ring, because the way that they're talking is as if that when the moment Andre Ward clinches with Kovalev, he's going to fall down and get knocked out. It's ridiculous. It's utter ridiculous. And this is what I'm saying. Educate yourselves about the game of boxing before you start listening to these fools. Of course, John David Jackson is going to tell you that his man is going to win. Shit, Freddie Roach has a history of that shit. He don't give a fuck if his dude is way outclassed. He'll sit there and talk shit about betting his houses and cars and everything. That's what they're there for. John David Action doesn't know shit. I swear. You guys want to give this man so much credit. Go ahead, do it. I know what's going to happen. You know, Virgil Hunter said it best. It was after he fought Chad Dawson. He said, you could have a baseball bat, right? And you could try to swing that baseball bat. And the person who's swinging the baseball bat could be one powerful motherfucker. But if you don't give him room to swing that bat, what's the bat for? It's your boy Quest X. I'm out.